The winter wind whipped around Gray, biting at his thin fur. He huddled deeper into the alley, shivering uncontrollably. His stomach rumbled with an emptiness that gnawed at his bones. He had been chased from the warm basement of the apartment building by a sleek, black cat, twice his size. Now, there was nowhere left to go. Suddenly, a glimmer of hope appeared. A door, slightly ajar, beckoned from the entrance of the apartment building. A faint smell of warmth and cooked food wafted out, driving Gray forward with desperate hope. He slipped through the opening, the heavy door closing behind him with a resounding thud. He found himself in a dimly lit hallway, the air thick with the comforting scent of home. He scurried towards a source of warmth, a radiator that hummed softly. Curling up against its warmth, Gray drifted into a deep sleep, the first he'd had in days. When he woke, his stomach growled ferociously. He saw a pair of children, giggling as they came down the stairs. He meowed pitifully, hoping for a kind hand to offer a scrap of food. Instead, the girl, with a shrill cry of a stray cat, ran back up the stairs, her brother trailing behind. A woman emerged from an apartment, her face pinched in annoyance. "Get that beast out of here," she barked, her voice harsh. "We don't want strays in our building." Gray cowered, his heart sinking. He was about to be thrown back into the cold, where he would surely perish. Then, a soft voice called out, "Wait!" A young girl, her face alight with concern, stood in the doorway. She was Xenia, the little girl who had been so kind to him when he was a kitten, feeding him scraps from her lunchbox. "It's just a little cat," she said, her eyes pleading with the woman. "It looks so thin and hungry. Can't we at least give him some food?" The woman hesitated, then sighed, "Fine. But he can't stay, he has to go." Xenia led Gray into her apartment. As the door shut behind them, Gray felt a surge of relief. He looked up at Xenia, his green eyes filled with gratitude. Xenia smiled, her eyes sparkling with compassion. She filled a bowl with milk and placed it before him. As Gray lapped it up, Xenia watched him, a soft smile on her face. He finished the milk, his hunger appeased, and then curled up on the rug at Xenia's feet. He had been a stray for so long, he had forgotten what it was like to be loved. But now, as Xenia stroked his fur gently, he felt a warmth spreading through him, deeper than the warmth of the radiator. Days turned into weeks, and Gray, who had been on the brink of death, started to thrive. Xenia's family welcomed him into their home, showering him with affection and food. Gray, in turn, repaid their kindness with his purrs and playful antics. One day, Xenia's mother came into the living room, her face thoughtful. "Xenia, darling," she said, "your father and I have been talking, and we think it's time we found a proper home for Gray. He's such a wonderful cat, he deserves to be part of a family." Xenia's eyes widened. "But I love him. I don't want him to leave." The woman gently patted Xenia's hand. "We love him too, sweetheart, but a stray cat is better off in a home where he has his own family. We'll find him a wonderful family, one who will give him all the love and attention he needs." Xenia's heart ached, but she knew her mother was right. The next day, Xenia's parents took Gray to the local animal shelter, where he was immediately showered with affection by the volunteers. "This is a special cat," one of the volunteers said, running her fingers through his fur. "He's got a heart of gold." Xenia watched as Gray, now plump and happy, played with the other cats. A pang of sadness hit her, but it was quickly replaced by a sense of relief. She knew Gray was safe, and he would soon have a loving family of his own. Days later, Xenia got a phone call from the animal shelter. A woman named Mrs. Johnson had fallen in love with Gray. She had a cozy home and a loving heart, and she had promised to give him all the love and care he deserved.